Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Indy here, and today we do have something special. We have a double feature for Lockdown League here, and this is going to be round 7 and 8, or 8 and 9 of the series. And the first one is at Bathurst, and we actually started on pole here at Bathurst, but I don't know why pole is actually on the outside, as we're going to lose out to the inside of the Aston Martin, who did get a better launch than we did, as once again we cannot launch these Beetles. But we're already sitting in second here, but we did have actually pretty quick pace here compared to this Aston Martin in front of us. So right now we are just trying to settle into the race and see how well we can actually go and get on with this thing. So we stayed in second here. Coming up onto lap 2, this was actually a pretty big turnout. And we're going to go up, and we make a mistake here as we follow the leader straight into the wall, and all that gap we'd built up to third place is completely gone, as we got kind of stuck on the I got stuck on him and we got stuck on the wall. We're gonna skip ahead to lap number 3 here. At the end of it, we started to pull out a lead, and we get on the brakes, drop a wheel, and as you can see my reaction, I knew I'd messed it up, and we end up cutting the corner, and we are gonna lose all that time, and we are just gonna let these guys go up our inside, as there's no point in trying to fight them there, as they had a really good run. And we're actually going to take a look at this offboard, and this mistake is just, I'm coming down and I get my right front wheel on the grass and then got on the brakes, and it just I was lucky I did not spin, but we carry on down in 4th. So we are going to work our way back up towards the front here, as the Porsche and Bay's the best is going to go through. He is the regular in the series. Bay's the best. He's the only regular in the series in front of us. And we're up in the 3rd here, as one of the cars pitted, and Ash Wilson goes way too deep into the top of Forest Elbow, and he's going to end up spinning, and that's actually going to put us up into 2nd place. Now chasing down Bay's the best, and this is a very similar scenes as we've seen this before. Going up to lap 12 now, we're going to come in and see what happens, and we go in way too deep. Going in way too deep into there, and that is going to cost us some time and actually give us a penalty. But we are pitting here on lap 12 for a new set of super softs and some gas, and we did underfuel the car a little bit, and that would be part of our problem here. As you can see, Grim 46 is actually caught up to us, and we're going to get on the brakes here. This position's actually not that important, as we're trying to kill our penalty, and he is going to get the better run off the line, and we are going to fall to 3rd, but it is not that important, as he is not a regular in the series, so we're actually not going to lose that many points there, as Bay's the best winning another one, as he did win at Interlagos, and that's going to be his 2nd win of the season, as the previous round 6, I do not have a video on, but he finished 2nd, I finished 3rd, and then Riddy 1211 actually won in Austria. But we're going to skip ahead here to round 9, and this is the penultimate round, and this is at Suzuka, and we have a very small turnout for this one, as I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we did not get a very good lap in qualifying. Definitely had the pace in practice to be faster than all these guys, but we are going to start 2nd, and we're going to see what we can do off the start. And we get a pretty even start. Tico 12 got a pretty good start. Riddy 1211 actually got a good start on our outside. He's going to look to our outside, but he is going to drive in way too deep, and he's actually off the circuit. And once again, he making a mistake in turn 1, and that is going to cost him, as now we are here sitting in 2nd place. And we are going to take a look at the offboard view of our start. So as you can see, we are graded 2nd here, and we don't get the best start as we're in this Corona colored livery. That was actually not intentional, but the dark blue and the pink, or the dark blue and the yellow. But we're going to go side by side. Riddy goes in deep, and he's just going to drive off the track, and as you can see, he is completely effed up that corner, and that's going to put him down in last in 5th place, as we only had 5 cars for this, which was a bit disappointing that we didn't have a bigger turnout. But we are going to see if we can gain some points, as Tico 12 is actually our main championship rival here, and in this race we actually have a chance to lock up the championship if we finish well. I'm not exactly sure the math off the top of my head, but I think if we beat Tico 12 here, we could actually lock up the championship with still 1 race to go. But now on the brakes hard, following here, coming into lap 1, we're going to come into this hairpin here, and we're going to get on the brakes, down into first gear, closing up big time on the Porsche. And the Porsche doesn't get a very good drive off the corner, and we're actually pulling side by side now, coming down into Spoon through the right-hander. And we are going to have the inside, but I'm not sure the inside is really going to work that well here. As we get on the brakes, we actually outbrake him, and we're still side by side, and I make a bit of a mistake and get way sideways there, and that's going to cost us almost 3 positions as we fall back into second and actually only lose 1. But we get a bit of a push there from the Mitsubishi, and we're going to go side by side now, coming up into 130R, and we do not. He backs out, and we are back up into second place now, as we're going to see if we can close in on Tico 12. But we are going to take a look at this offboard and see what exactly happens. So we're in the lead here. We go down into here, bit of over braking, just trying to keep it pinned on the apex, and just make a mistake there, going way too deep, and end up running into him. We get the worst off of that contact, which is probably deserving, as it was kind of our fault. But we're behind this other Beetle now, and we're going to go to the outside of Mark, who's running astounding second place right now. But we're going to go to the outside and see what happens here through 130R. He is going to luckily back out on the inside and allow us to go around the outside and back up into second place here on lap 1. So we're skipping ahead, or we're not actually skipping ahead. We're still here on lap 1, and we're going to see what happens here. And that is going to be the end of lap 1 in second place. So now, coming towards the end of lap 3, we've closed this gap back up to Tom, and we're going to be all over him here coming off the corner. We're going to get a good run off the corner. We have a bit of a slipstream. He's not going to defend the inside. He's kind of driving in the middle of the track. We're going to see if we can look to the outside. We're going to look to the outside, swing back to the inside. The spaces opens up, and we're side by side. And now down into turn 1. That's going to be a move made, and we are up into the lead of the race here on lap number 4. And hopefully we're going to take a look at this offboard, as this was probably one of the best moves I have actually made, as we're going to give him a dummy to the left here. We're going to look like we're going to go to the left, and we're going to swing back to the inside, have the inside of the corner, and just outbrake him going down into turn 1. And that is move made here for the lead here at Suzuka. So skipping ahead to lap 12, we built an incredible lead, but it's all going to go away as we had a 12-second lead, and we're going to make a mistake, or we had a 16-second lead, and we're going to make a mistake going down into turn 1. And at this point, I had realized that the tires were definitely starting to go off, as we were running 159s, and the last lap was like a 201 or 202. So as you're going to look at this, we just go in way too deep and just get on that curb, and it just throws the car around. But not losing as much time as we could have, as we did get it completely spun around. But on the same lap, we're going to come up into 130R. We had decided we were going to pit, so the gap's down to 11 seconds, so we really only lost 5 seconds. But coming into 130R, make another mistake, get offline, and then it just does the same thing. It completely snaps around. I am trying to lose this race at this point,
Spun twice on the same lap.
as we've spun twice on the same lap on our in lap. But we get it gathered up, get it collected, and it's going to be okay now. Coming into the pits, and going to throw on the super softs and see what we can do at the end of this one. So coming into the pits, we're just trying to get enough fuel to make it to the end. We are going to take a look at this offboard spin here. We have a huge lead at this point. Now coming into 130R, we just get on the green and just completely lose the back end. And nothing I can do about that except probably not do it, but we're okay. And skipping ahead here on the lap 14, we didn't come out in second place, as Tom has not pitted. He was actually going for a no stop, as he thought it was possible in the Porsche, but that 5-second lead he has is completely gone, as he's made a mistake now through that right-hander, and he's given up the lead. So now we are up into the lead here on lap 14 of 22, and hopefully we can just drive away at this point. So on the final lap here, we've extended our gap to over 10 seconds now, coming through the final couple of corners, and we're trying to kill our penalty now, and it is going to get killed, and we're going to win by an outstanding margin of victory here, as that will be our 4th win of the season. And we're going to take a look at the points here. So these were the points after this race. So that win will actually clinch us the championship, as it is not possible for Bays the Best or Tom to score more points than we do, even with drops included. And there's still a battle for second place, where Bays the Best, if Tom finishes within 1 place of him, so say Bays wins and Tom finishes in second place, or then he finishes second. But if there is more than 1 place in between him, then I believe Bays the Best actually will win second place in this championship. Brady 1211 might have a slight chance here at second place, but I'm not thinking it is going to happen. And Mark and Cy actually have a nice little battle going for 4th place, or for 5th place in the championship. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new, and I will be back with more videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.